All right, guys. What I need you guys to do right now is I need you guys to make sure that you guys have your supplies. You need a bottle of glue. Do all of you guys have glue? Yes or no? You guys have glue?
Mommy, we need a bottle of glue.
Because we're doing salt painting today. Okay. If for some reason you don't have glue, we'll improvise, but we're doing salt painting today. So make sure you have some glue, okay? All right.
Will we ever use googly eyes?
We can, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But not right now. We can do it for the next. Oh, actually, you could probably do it today. Once everything dries, you can add on to your drawing. Okay, hold on. There we go. You guys see that? That's better. Okay. Just want to make sure this video looks right. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. So make sure you guys have glue. You guys need salt. Okay. You need some salt. You also need your watercolor palette, whichever one that you have. You need a pencil. So you need a watercolor palette. You need a pencil. How many of you guys don't have watercolors? Raise your hand if you don't have watercolors, because I'll show you a different way to make watercolors if you don't have a palette. Okay. A different way, just in case if you don't have watercolor palette, you can use food coloring dye, and we make our own food coloring through food coloring and water. If you don't have a watercolor palette, you also need a couple cups and a cup of water with a brush. Okay.
So we need salt. I got it.
You do need salt. So the salt, let me show you. So hold on, I'm gonna spotlight my video and then we're gonna go over this again. I'm gonna go over the supplies again. I'm gonna spotlight my video so I can show you exactly what we're doing. Okay, so where's my camera? Hold on 1 second. And you see, there it is. Hold on. I have a lot of windows here. Okay, do you see my piece right here? So this piece, right, do you guys see that it's Darth Vader? Yeah, okay. So this is actually made with salt, okay? This is, I'm gonna show you what happens. Hold on, the process. Okay, we take a blank sheet of paper. You're gonna need a blank sheet of paper, right? How this works out is you take a blank sheet of paper first, you sketch out your whatever you want to draw. For example, let's say I drew a butterfly. The most important thing that we need when we draw with salt, and especially with glue, is that we need to make our image big enough. Do you see how it's very separated? The lines are big. It takes up the most of the space of the page. So then that way, when you pour glue, you trace your pencil lines, you trace all your pencil lines, and then the glue tends to smear. So that's why you have to make sure your image is pretty big, okay? Once we trace the whole image with glue, so we'll trace everything with glue, the glue lines are white depending on your glue. If you guys have a colored glue bottle, then it'll be a different color. After you do that, you're going to take salt. You're going to take salt. What I like to do, you can either do two things. You can either open the salt and pour it right on top. Make sure that you have some type of table cover. Just if you're on a table, just make sure that you clean up after yourself, because salt is gonna get all over the place. It gets all over the place every time I do it. What I like to do, I like to pour salt in a smaller little cup. So then that way I can distribute the salt once I have my glue on my paper. So we're going to do that. And then we paint, once the salt dries, once the glue dries, then we're able to paint the white salt with different colors. So what I did black on the top for Darth Vader. I added some colors. I didn't just keep it one color. Okay. Does that all make sense to you guys? Yeah? Okay. So let me just go over the supplies again because I want to, hold on, I'm going to spotlight my face now. Stop, cancel spotlight video. Okay. I have my camera here on top of you so you guys can see me. So again, everybody needs salt. Let me see. I know that hold on. Let me see. No, really, salt painting. Can we use glitter rather than salt? Ooh, if you use glitter, the only thing, it's not going to absorb the color. So what you can do, okay, if you do not have salt in the house for some reason, you can go ahead and do the same steps with the glitter, but you're not going to be able to paint the glitter. Does that make sense? You can paint the background with watercolor, okay? But you can still do the outline with glitter, okay? So don't worry, we'll make it work, okay? All right, anybody else? Is there any way I can substitute something other than glue? I thought I had some, but I don't. Okay, if you don't have glue, then just go ahead and you'll just do a basic watercolor painting, okay? Because you're going to need some type of adhesive in order for the salt to stick. If you have a glitter type of glue, then maybe try that, but you really need the consistency of this glue that's thick if you have wood glue or anything like that, okay? So if you don't have, again, if you don't have salt, just go ahead and you can use glitter if you have that, and we'll make it work, don't worry. Will pink salt work? The salt has to be really thin and fine, okay? Look. It has to be really thin. It has to be the table salt. It can't be the thick salt like that we use for science, okay? Is clear glue okay? Yes. Any type of glue is okay. The only thing that I'm concerned about is that the salt is at least white or pink, not darker than that, okay? Does any
question?
Yes, go ahead.
So when we're doing this painting,
yes,
is it going to be portrait or
you decide, because you're going
okay.
You're gonna,
and what are we gonna, like, do we get to choose what we're gonna draw?
yes, you'll get to choose. So I'll do a few different designs. I have a couple designs that I'm gonna start off with, and I'll go slow, okay? Again, if I go too fast, please tell me. Just unmute yourself and say, Elizabeth, please slow down, okay? So we'll probably go over a little bit if you want, so then that way I can really help you guys out, okay? So I'm gonna show you my video real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna spotlight the video. I'm gonna take my face off. Okay, again, let me show you some examples so then that way, again, you wanna make sure that your images are big enough, okay? So look, for this one, I did Darth Vader. You see how there's a lot of space in between the areas. It's not all mushed together. The next one that I did was Hello Kitty. Do you see? Same thing. It's separate. They're not, the lines are not mushed together because once we add the salt, it's all gonna start combining. The other one that I did was Snoopy. Do you see how he's nice and big? He's big, lines are separate. These are easier ones. This one's a more intense one. I'm not gonna do something like this in this class right now because this one really takes time. This one's Wonder Woman, okay? This one's a little closer with the eyebrows and the eyes and the pupils and the nose, okay? This one's a butterfly. You can go ahead and do that simple shape as well, but I'll go step by step with you guys. This one's a cute one. This one's Winnie the Pooh. I could do something like this too, okay? This is like if you wanted to do lettering, you basically do a big heart, you write a word inside, you can even write your name if you have small, not too many letters in your name. I just did hearts, okay? So those are what the finished products are gonna look like once we're done. Now, when we start off here, do you see it's basic design? So a butterfly. This one was a little bit more complicated that I did with those of you guys who did our camp from home earlier 2 months ago. We have like a dog. We have an easy pineapple. We have a dolphin. Do you see how it's just simple lines, simple shapes? This is a unicorn. You see it's just the outline of the unicorn and then in the inside you can paint. Okay. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're gonna start off with, we're gonna start off with something easy, okay? Hold on. We're gonna start off with a pineapple first, and then I'm gonna take requests, okay? Actually, just so you guys can get an idea of how to do this and how to draw this out. We're gonna start with pineapple first. Now, if you don't wanna do a pineapple and you wanna try to do your own thing right now, go ahead, no problem. But I want you to really look at what I'm doing before you start anything, okay? All right, here we go. So can you guys all see my paper? Yes. So here on this piece of paper, right now I'm doing this portrait. Again, we're gonna do a basic shape. So for the pineapple, you see, we see an oval. We're gonna do a big oval here at halfway of the paper. So like about here, we're gonna do an oval. So we're gonna start with the shape like this. Look, just like that, like a rainbow. We're gonna start with a rainbow in the center like that. Do you see how I have this much paper on the top? I'm gonna move that up. Okay, start with the rainbow. Then we're gonna take it down. We're gonna do an oval. So we're just gonna do an oval shape like this, okay? Let me check on everybody, make sure everybody's doing okay. Go to gallery view real quick. Hey, Mackie. Hi, guys. Okay, how's everybody doing? Let me know. Let's see, Zoe, good. Good, is that good? Good speed. Kalina, have you drawn your oval?
Miss Elizabeth,
Yes, Mackie.
can you make a different symbol?
Yes, you can. I'm going to show you guys different things. I'm going to take requests in a second. If you guys want to go ahead and type in the chat what you guys want, something with simple lines that you want me to draw, I will take requests, okay? So okay, you can type it in the chat. So next with the, hold on, let me mute everybody. Okay, next with the pineapple, what you're going to do right here at the bottom or at the top of the pineapple, you're going to just do a line that goes like this. Do you see that? It just curves up like that. And then another line that curves like this, okay? Just gonna keep it easy right now, but we're gonna move on to harder stuff in a moment, but I want you guys to get the basic shape, okay? Then you're going to curve your line right here, just like this, and curve your line right here.
Elizabeth?
Don't make it too close. Yes.
Hi. So sorry, we jumped in kind of late, and also we can't see your paper.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I thought I spotlighted my video.
You're looking at your beautiful face again.
Again?
Yes.
I can see it.
Ashley, can you see my video?
I can see it. Yeah.
Spotlighted.
But not me.
I
I can see it though.
You can see it here.
Really? What are we doing wrong?
I can see the
Elizabeth, I can see it perfectly.
You want to see my desktop, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Who
now
can't see it?
now I see it. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, no
If
problem.
you just, if you're on a computer, you want to push speaker view.
Got it.
If you're on a phone, scroll to the left, and you'll be able to see it in speaker view. If you go all the way to the left screen.
Okay. Thank
Cool.
you.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we have these two. Now we're going to do the same thing on the end over here. So we're going to do the same one on the top. Okay. 1, 2. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just curve that over. We're doing the same shape on the top and the bottom. We're going to do it 3 times. So 1, 2, a third one here, and then we'll do one on the very top. So just take your time. I'm going to take my time with this. And then we're gonna move on to other things. We're gonna do this one in glue, and then I'll show you how to do the others, okay? All right, how's everybody doing? I see your requests, I love them. Okay, we will do a wee bear, a gumball. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up. Okay, how are we doing with the top so far? Remember guys, make sure that if, I'm gonna have to disable the chat if we can't be respectful in the chat, okay? All right, here we go. Thank you. All right, next, go ahead and do the same thing here on top. We're just gonna do another one. And then it's basically the same shape. We're just curving a line out and in. Kind of like a wave or a hook. Okay. And then you just do the top. So with the top, actually, no, we can just do the 3, 4. We can do one more. So these are 3 on each side, and we're actually just gonna do one more on the top here. We can just do a line like this instead. We can just keep it like that. Okay. Keep it simple, keep it easy. Okay, let me see. Let me just make sure my friends are doing okay. Are all of you guys doing all right? Okay. Who has all of this so far? Who needs some help? Raise your hand if you need me to go over it again. Okay, so just curve your line, curve a little line. Okay. All right. The next step is the simplest part. It's basically just a couple lines going cross-hatched, okay, on the pineapple, right? Because you have a shape that looks like this, okay? Like kind of almost like diamond shapes on the pineapple. So all you're going to do, let's see, thumbs up if everybody's ready to move on to the next step. Thumbs up, no thumbs down, okay. Let me know. Let's see. Thumbs up if you're ready to move on to the next step. Okay. Yes, we can do a panda from We Bear Bear. All right. Okay. Next step with our pineapple, all we are going to do is do a few lines, okay? Look, we're going to do diagonal lines. So we're going to do a line that goes down like that, 1. We're going to do another one that goes down, 2. And 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Make sure that they're spaced out because when we add the glue, we don't want it to smear into each other. Got it?
Pineapple guy.
Oh.
Oh, they're adding glue.
We're not adding glue yet, but yes, we will need glue. Okay. So now once you have those three diagonal lines, you're going to need to add lines going the opposite way, okay? See, these lines are going from left to right, from the top left to the bottom right. Now you need to go from right to the bottom left, okay? If your lines are too close, then you can go ahead and just erase it, or you can just keep it like that. Let me see your papers, guys, so far. Let me see your lines. Hold it up to the screen, please. Looks great. Okay, great. Kalina, let's see yours. Hold up your paper. Okay, good job. Okay. All right, next step, here we go. Just move, let's go ahead and do your diagonal lines. So just do one right here, 1, 2, and then 3. Just give it enough space, okay? Give it enough space. Just like that, okay? So we're going 1 line here, 2 lines here, and 3 lines here, okay? All right. Does everybody have your lines for your pineapple? Yes? Yes or no? Okay. Next is the most important part, okay? We now need to add our glue. Okay, if you have any questions, if I'm going again too fast, just let me know. You need to grab your bottle of glue, If you have clear glue, if you have white glue, any of those glues work. For those of you who didn't have the salt and you're only using glitter glue or glitter, just go ahead and use that, that's fine. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm going to trace all my lines that I did, not the inside, only the outer lines. Got it? I'm not coloring in with my glue. So I'm going to open the top up. Watch me first. Okay? Watch. All I'm doing is tracing exactly my pencil lines. And I have to use both hands because I have to make sure that my glue squeezes out. Do you see what I did? All I did was just trace my line. That's it, okay? So you're gonna take a moment to go ahead and just trace all your lines out carefully. Take your time. Take your time. Go ahead and trace it out. Okay, that's all we're doing is tracing our lines now. Once we finish tracing this, we're gonna apply the salt, and I'll show you how. And then we're gonna move on to another drawing. We're gonna let this one dry, and we're gonna move on to another drawing, okay? So you'll need a couple sheets of white paper if you wanna do a few different drawings. And I'll show you different techniques on how to paint this, because once we paint with salt, you can also, once it's completely dry, you can also just watercolor your background just normally. Okay, so do you see what I'm doing? I'm just tracing all my lines, okay? And this, you're going at your own pace, okay? You're going at your own pace, tracing.
Elizabeth,
Yes, go ahead.
is it okay if a parent does the glue, because it's hard for me to trace?
Of course, yes. If your parent is there, sure. If your parent is not there and they're working, I would try not to bother them. But if you have to, then yes. If you have an older sibling, go ahead. All right? Okay. So right now, you guys are taking your time on gluing this, okay? I'm done gluing, but I'm gonna wait until everybody's done and then we'll move on, okay? So just continue gluing. I know this takes a minute, this takes a while.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
when we're trying to do our glue, it's not coming out, and then it's a brand new glue bottle.
Okay, this
And
happens,
it's not sealed, it's open.
this happens to me all the time. So what you're going to do, look, watch. What you're going to do, you see your glue bottle here?
Yeah.
Can you show me your glue bottle, please? Okay, go ahead and open the top. Open the top like this, like open the top, because this just happened to me. All right, you see the top right here, the top of your, okay, I want you to get a pencil, and I want you to try to take out any glue that might be stuck in the tip, okay?
Oh,
Get a pencil or a pen or a colored pencil or whatever, and I need you to get that glue unstuck.
yeah. Okay.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
they can also dip an old paintbrush right into the glue bottle.
Yeah, you can do that too. Anything. You can try to open the tip up again. If you have a little scissor, you can cut a little bit of the tip off also, okay? Okay. Let me know how that works. We're not moving on yet. We're waiting for everybody, okay? We're waiting for all our friends. So go ahead.
Another thing is that it won't open up all the way. It stops halfway. And it's a
Yeah,
brand new glue.
Yeah, it's not supposed to open all the way. Mine only goes like, look, do you see how much it goes? It just goes a little bit.
Oh yeah, same with ours.
Yeah, it won't open all the way. But you try to use two hands like this so you can really anchor it, because you have to push really hard with the glue bottle. When the glue bottle is brand new, it's kind of harder to squeeze. Okay? Is it working? Is it working, Bijan and Zoya?
No. I'll
Do you
try
have
taking
one-
a pencil.
Do you have one glue bottle or two?
One. I can go see if we have another one.
Okay, see if you have another one. Because
Okay.
that should work. If not, we're gonna have to just cut if you have a pair of scissors, cut the tip of the glue bottle a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So now that we're here, on this part right here, it comes the other part, okay? Those of you guys who are still catching up, don't worry. I will still focus on you guys, okay? How many of you guys are done gluing? Raise your hand, please. Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you are not? If you are not done gluing, raise your hand. Okay. Those of you who are not, continue. Keep on going. Keep on going. Those of you who are done gluing, I'm gonna just show you, I'm gonna speak the next step. Those of you who are done gluing, I want you to prep your area first. The rest of you guys, go ahead and just continue gluing. So again, if you have a cup, if you have a little cup, a cup like this, I have a little cup, or any type of cup, whatever, you're gonna go ahead and open your salt up and pour some salt in your cup, okay? If you don't have a cup, it's okay. Just leave the salt in the container and we're gonna pour it on the drawing.
Miss Elizabeth, I don't know how to do that.
It's okay. Mackie, do you have your salt with you?
Yeah, I'm in a bowl.
Okay, perfect. Then if you let me see, what type of bowl do you have? Do you have a spoon?
No.
Can you get one from the kitchen real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So guys, if you have your salt in a bowl, you guys don't need to respond to each other in the chat. I'm going to disable the chat if you keep on doing that, guys. I don't want to have to call you out by name, but you know who you are. Okay, thank you. All right. We're going to move on. Let me see if my friends, Bijan and Zoya, were you guys able to get that to work?
Yeah, Mom fixed it, so we're good. We have 2 glues now.
Elizabeth, I got a spoon.
Okay, great. All right, guys. I'm going to show you 3 techniques then. Okay, if you have your cup, if you have your salt in a cup, you're going to then lay out your salt, and you're basically kind of like when you're doing glitter, right? You're putting the salt on the glue, but you're not touching the glue. Watch what I'm doing, okay? Watch what I'm doing here. I'm gonna change this up, change this view so I can clearly see it. Do you see everywhere where there's glue, you're going to add salt. You need to put a generous portion of salt everywhere. Now, Mackie, since you have a spoon, honey, you're going to go ahead and grab your spoon. Let me grab a spoon in a second. Hold on. I need to grab a spoon. Give me 1 second. Actually, you can even do it with a pinch, or grab your spoon, Mackie, and then pour it on the lines, okay? If you have your spoon, just go ahead and just take your spoon and then dip it in the salt and pour it all over the different lines. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just covering my pineapple with all the salt, and then I'm gonna roll my paper over. Do you see? I'm gonna move my paper over just so I can get all the lines. I have to get the top of the pineapple as well here. And I'm just covering all those spaces. Okay. Whoops. Now, do you see how I'm missing a little bit at the top right here? So I kind of ran out of salt, but what I'm gonna do you see what I'm doing here? I'm just moving my salt with my paper. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just slowly moving it over. Do you see? I'm just slowly tapping the paper, slowly moving it over, just so make sure that every piece of glue that you drew, every line, do you see how I'm just moving this back and forth, just to make sure that I have enough. And you don't really want to do that too much, but because I missed a little bit, and then I'm gonna just tap this lightly on my table, because I have another paper underneath, and I'm gonna add some more salt here because I missed just a couple spots on the top. Do you see what I'm doing? I missed a couple, so I'm gonna just now shake that off. Tap it again one more time. I have to make sure that I have salt everywhere. Look, everywhere. If I missed a spot, I need to add a little bit more glue, okay? So now that I have this one done, it's not done colored, but it's done outlined. I'm gonna set this one to the side. Hold on, there's someone, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna set this one to the side to dry, and we're gonna start another one, okay? Now continue, you guys can go ahead and just continue what you're doing right now. Continue adding salt. How many of you guys have not finished your salt yet? How many of you guys are still working on your salt? Just continue working on your salt. It's okay. Okay. Remember, You want to make sure, and once you have the extra salt, do you see how I have all this extra salt left over? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this little piece of paper like a little taco. You see, I'm going to create kind of like a funnel, and I'm going to pour it back into my cup or my bowl or whatever container I have to hold this in. Now this salt, because I had a little bit of tiny glue that I took out from here, it's going to start to get a little thicker than when I use it the first time. So just know you can probably reuse the salt maybe 2 more times before you have to just use the salt. Mm-hmm.
My dad is getting me some more salt because I'm doing a sunflower.
Okay, sounds good.
Because there's sunflowers
Great.
growing in my backyard.
Awesome. How are you guys doing over here? Were you guys able to cover your pieces of art?
What?
See, Marianne, how are you doing, honey? Good? Okay. Leo, how are you doing, honey? Good? Okay. Zoe, how are you doing? Shiloh, how are you doing, honey? Good? Madeline, how are you doing? Emily Juan, how are you doing? Good? Emma, Jairus, how are you doing? Good? All right. Great, guys. Let me see. Any other of my other friends? Okay, I'm going to do Hello Kitty next, and then I'm going to do some other requests, okay? Now, let's see here. So right now, we're taking this one, putting it to the side, and letting it dry. We'll come back to that one in a moment. I'm going to do Hello Kitty, which is a really easy character. Then we'll do a We Bear Bear, and then I'll look at the chat and see what other requests we have, okay? And again, we'll try to get as many done as possible, okay? While we let that one dry, we'll draw some other ones, okay? Here we go. Grab your other sheet of paper. We're doing Hello Kitty. If you want to do Hello Kitty, if you don't, then it's okay. All right. Hello Kitty, if you're ready.
Elizabeth, can you just give us 1 minute to clean up our work area?
Yeah, absolutely.
So sorry. We're gonna be ready.
Elizabeth, I did another
Ooh,
with the
awesome.
watercolors, and I did it for me, my Mima.
Oh, I love that. Thanks for sharing. Echo.
My papa didn't get a Father's Day card. I made him out of watercolors.
Beautiful. I love that, Shiloh. Okay. I'm gonna look at the chat and see what else. Gumball. What's a gumball? Okay, I'll check what a gumball is. Because I don't know what that is. Bear, gumball.
From Cartoon Network.
Okay, Cartoon Network. Okay. All right, we'll do a gumball since it looks like a lot of people are asking for a gumball. All right. So once your area is clean and you have a new sheet of paper, if you want to do Hello Kitty's body, you can draw it yourself. I'm just doing the face. I can do multiple. So I can. Hold on. So if you want, if whoever asked to do the body of Hello Kitty, you can do that on your own, no problem. Or if we have time at the end, I can show you how to do that, no problem. Go ahead, Mackie.
How do you draw a dog?
I'll show you. I can show you how to draw a dog in a second.
I want to draw a dog face.
You can even do the dog the way we do Hello Kitty, but with dog ears. So if you want,
right? Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep. I'll show you how. I'll do 2. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hello Kitty, my friends. Is everybody ready? Everybody ready? Who wants to draw Hello Kitty? Okay.
I'm not drawing her.
You're not drawing Hello Kitty? Okay, no problem. If you don't want to draw Hello Kitty, you can draw something else. You can draw a heart. Draw something else if you want to, okay? All right, Hello Kitty. Let's see. Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty, my friends. All right, Hello Kitty is pretty easy. We're going to start with her big bow first. So here on the right-hand corner of the, hold on one second. Let me go to speaker. Okay. So here on the corner right here, we're going to start with a big, like a circle right here for her bow on the side right there. Okay. Then we're going to do her bow. Her bow goes out like this. So it comes out this way like this, a little line this way, and like that. Go ahead and do that. Okay, these are basic shapes. So a circle right here. And then a line, a curve like this, okay? Just like that. Okay. Next, we're gonna do, you see this bow right here? We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna curve this line right here and curve it down like that. It kind of looks almost like a triangle, but without the tip. Like if I were to do a triangle, it would look like that. But it's not, it doesn't have the pointy corners. Okay, so that's just curved like that. Okay. How's everybody doing with the bow? We're good? Good. Now, with the bow, now we're gonna do the tip of the ear. It's like a triangle, okay? So here we go with the tip. It's basically that's the top of the triangle, but not too pointy of a corner, not too pointy, but it's just a little bit curved, okay? Next, once you have that point right there, you have her bow, you have the circle and the bow. Now you're going to do the line that goes here from the top of her forehead. So from the top of her forehead, it's basically just kind of like an arch or a rainbow. It's a line that just goes like this. Watch, just like that. Okay, just a little line that goes like that. Okay. And Hello Kitty is a pretty easy character. You see she has just 2 dots and then a nose and then 3 whiskers. And then we'll be done with her in a minute. Okay. Now, once we have the line for her forehead right here, we need to do her other ear. So her other ear, you see how it's gonna kind of line up. We're gonna do the same, it's like a triangle again. So we're gonna do a line that goes here and a line that goes down here. So without the very high tip of a triangle, we just do that. And that's part of her ear. Okay. How are we doing? How are we doing over here, my friends? Let's see. Good? Yeah? Okay. We'll do a wee bear bear next. And then I'll look up Gumball.
Did I do mine too small?
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see. No, it looks fine. It looks fine. That's good. Okay. Next, what we're gonna do, you see the bottom of her face, you see it's just a big oval or just like a big U, okay? So it's basically a big U that's gonna go around like this. So we're gonna take this corner right here and do a big U almost to the very bottom like this, and a big U going this way right here, just a line. So look, it's just a big U or kind of the letter C. If you turn it to the side like that, it's kind of like a letter C, okay? That's your basic shape for Hello Kitty. Now, Mackie, if you're doing a dog, all you have to do is make the ears a little bit different, like a bigger, so then that way you can do a dog, okay? So this is the basic shape of Hello Kitty. Next, what you have to do is you just need her eyes, her 2 eyes, her nose, and her whiskers. Her nose goes right in the center of her face in the middle. It's an oval shape. So you're gonna do a big oval right here.
That's what we're doing.
Okay. And then you do 2 ovals for her eyes. So 1 oval here. Now an oval here, it's spread out a little bit, okay? So an oval here and an oval here for her eye. She looks a little weird because it's not colored in yet, but it's okay. Now we need to do the whiskers. She has 3 whiskers. 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. 1 whisker here, 1 whisker here, 1 whisker there. Okay. Same thing here. I know some of you guys are asking for a dog, so we can do Snoopy. Okay, we'll do Snoopy next. We'll do Snoopy after. Okay, so we have our 3 lines here. And she does, and Hello Kitty does not have a mouth. So that's it for Hello Kitty. Now, in this step right here, we have to also, for her bow, she has a little line that goes here like a U and a U over here. That's her.
Miss Elizabeth, for my dog, I made a tongue.
Oh, let's see. Let me see.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh, I love it. Great job, Mackie. Okay. So now for Hello Kitty, you guys are gonna go ahead and outline all of her face, all of her. The only thing that you're going to fill in with the glue is her eyes. So look, her whole eye and her nose has to be filled with glue. Why? Because we want to get this effect that all of it is colored. So whenever we want something to look like it's fully colored, we need to make sure that we have glue all over that area. So these are the only three things: her two eyes, 1, 2, and 3, her nose, that are going to be fully covered in glue. Everything else, do you see what I'm doing? I'm just tracing. Tracing all my pencil lines, and then I'm going to add my salt, do the same thing that we did, add my salt, put it to the side, let it dry, and we can draw another one, and then we're going to start painting. Okay, we're going to start painting the first one as soon as we're done with the other one. Okay, right now, how much time do we have? I'll try to get to 2 more drawings, maybe 3. We'll see. We can go over a little bit before we go into snack break. I don't mind. Okay. All right. So when your Hello Kitty is done being traced, and again, I go rather quickly with the tracing, but you take your time, okay? You know what the steps are now. We did step number 1 was trace. You draw, you then trace with glue, and then you apply your salt. So you're gonna do the same thing. It's the same steps over and over and over again, okay? So now that I have, the most important part here with Hello Kitty, again, you have to make sure that you get all the salt in her eyes and in her nose, okay? Because or else we're not gonna be able to get any color that absorbs. Do you see with the sample, how it absorbed the color? Because I had filled it up with glue, okay? So now, again, I'm going to, just to try to keep it a little bit neater, I'm gonna add a little bit more of my salt to my cup. Yes.
Is it okay if it's really hard to put glue on a spot?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Mackie?
If it's really hard to put glue on a spot, do you have to do it still?
I mean, you don't, you're just gonna be missing that spot, okay?
No,
That's a good question.
Just a whisper.
That's a good question, no problem. All right, so again, you're just gonna go ahead and cover that up.
Miss Elizabeth,
Yes.
I ran out of glue and I don't think I have another one, so what do I do?
You ran out of glue? Where are you? Hold on, who's talking? Hold on, I have you on gallery view.
Me, Emily, yes.
Oh, Emily, okay. Emily, okay, so you're gonna have to improvise. If you don't have any more glue, just cover whatever you have, and the rest you're just gonna have to improvise with watercolors once it dries, okay?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right. Don't worry, you know what? When I did this project the first time, I didn't have enough salt either, and so I had to kind of just improvise. What does that mean? You just do whatever you can with what you have and just make it work. Sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. We don't get upset. We just, as artists, we just figure it out, okay? So that's the thing about art. We just kind of figure everything out. So do you see what I'm doing right now? I'm covering my Hello Kitty up, covering her up. Make sure that every area is covered. Again, this gets a little bit messy. I missed a couple spots here that are very important. If the lines don't get covered with salt, you just have glue, and you can't really paint glue by itself. Okay, so go ahead and continue just covering that up right now. And we can't paint this right away because it's not dry yet, but in about 5 minutes, we'll be able to paint this. Because right now the pineapple is drying. And then Hello Kitty, you see Hello Kitty, my Hello Kitty is already done with salt. And we're gonna move on to another drawing, okay? You have to draw more if you don't want to. No, you don't have to do any of that, okay? But I'm gonna continue drawing like any ones that were requested. I'm gonna do a wee bear. Hold on. I'm gonna do a wee bear next, okay? What was a wee bear? Okay, actually, let's see. Hold on one second. What time is it? Hold on. I might show you the technique on how to paint real quick. So then that way, and then we'll move on to another drawing. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna take my original drawing, scratch what I originally said. Make sure that you guys are muted so then that way I don't hear everybody. Let me see, here we go. Okay, I'm bringing back my pineapple, okay? So I need my pineapple and then I'll start drawing some more other ones, okay? I just wanna show you at least the technique so then that way you know how to do this yourself. Okay, I have my pineapple here. It's still a little bit wet, but it's okay. I need a cup of water for sure, and I need a brush. I need a cup of water. Why? Because I'm using watercolors, and watercolors do not work unless you have water, okay? So I go ahead and grab a little cup or some type of container that has a little bit of water. Grab a brush. Do you see I have a brush? I have a cup, and I have my watercolor palette. Now I have two different watercolor palettes. You choose the one that you like. I have my Crayola watercolor palette, or I have my other watercolor palette, my Angora watercolor palette that has a lot more colors in it, okay? You can mix whatever you want. So for my pineapple.
Now,
What? I'm sorry, go ahead.
should we start now?
Yes, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what to do. So you're not painting this whole thing just like a regular watercolor painting. You're just painting the salt itself, okay? So I need to make sure that I have enough water on my brush and enough water on my palette here. So I'm going to go ahead and use maybe red. I wanna do some red for my pineapple. I'll probably do a rainbow pineapple. And I wanna make sure that I have enough water, a lot of water, because it's gonna saturate. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm just basically, look, I'm just basically adding water, just a little bit of water and a little bit of
Should we
paint.
start
Yes, watch. Yep, go ahead. Look what I'm doing. I make sure that I have a lot of water on my brush. Do you see my palette right here? And then I dip it here. So anywhere that I want different shades of color. Now I'm gonna wash my brush. I'm gonna change it to green. I'm gonna change it to green. And I'm gonna add green here.
Salt
You
is
see how-
getting on my paint. Salt is getting on my paintbrush.
Yeah, it's gonna get on your paintbrush. Don't worry. You're just gonna tap it slightly. Look, I'm just tapping it lightly. I'm not digging my brush in my salt. Look, I'm just tapping it lightly. Make the goal is that you just have to have enough water, okay? And do the next one. Next color, I'm gonna do some purple. So if you wanted to just do the pineapple, a regular pineapple color, what is a regular pineapple color? Like browns and yellows. So I can just continue doing that and just adding some more. If I have a bigger brush, I could do this a little quicker, but I'm just gonna continue just adding color everywhere here, adding some more water. I'm gonna add more water to my brush so then that way this spreads. Do you see how the water makes this all spread quicker? If you use a lot of paint, you can really get a nice dark texture.
Elizabeth, I accidentally got some paint on the paper, not the salt.
It's okay, don't worry. When this all dries, guys, so right now we're just painting the salt with different color paint. When this all dries, you can go ahead and paint a background for your pineapple or for whatever drawing that you did, okay? So now just go ahead and just finish this up. And you're gonna take your time, so you're not gonna rush. Right now, I'm just showing you so I can take some more drawing requests. Those of you who wanna continue drawing different things, I will continue drawing different things for you. But right now, I want you to make sure that you're getting at least some color in your pineapple, okay? How is this working out for you guys? Let's see, can anybody share? Madeline, can you share? How is this working out for you? Is it working?
Mine's working really good because I didn't, because I put more of the amount of water than I usually would put.
Good. Yes, you need a lot of water. Ooh, Elena, let's see. Hold on, let me spotlight your video. Give me 1 second. Let me move this around. Hold on. Can you go ahead and talk, honey?
I didn't have actual glue, so I had to use. I didn't have actual glue, so I had to use glitter glue. But I think it worked out fine.
It worked perfectly. Great. Look, you improvise. That's what we have to do sometimes, right? It worked. You got it done, honey. Great job.
It's okay.
That's what you got to do. Okay, let me see. How are my friends doing over here? Who else needs some help? Who needs some help?
Can we share?
Of course you can share. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me spotlight your video. Go ahead. That's looking great. Good job.
This one's mine.
Amazing. I love it. All right, continue. Do you see how this takes a while to do? It's not too fast. It doesn't take a short time to do. These take a while. So now that you guys have your technique and now that you guys understand how to do this, we are going to do a couple other characters. But right now I'm just showing you the technique and then we're going to move on to something else. Now, you guys will continue, you guys can continue painting what you're painting. You don't have to continue drawing anything else. If you want to, I love to draw multiple things, okay? I think I love to be able to challenge myself and I love to be able to challenge you. Now, again, if I'm going too fast on certain things, just let me know. I do want to make sure that you guys are doing as much as you possibly can in the time that we have. And we will go over a little bit before we go into snack break, just so you guys have some more time with me, okay? So we'll be doing We Bear Bear next. We Bear Bear will be next. And then we'll be doing, let's see, hold on.
But didn't you say we're going to do gumball after? And then?
Do you like gumball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me look up what gumball is, and yes, we can do gumball. Okay.
Searching gumball from Cartoon Network.
Okay, I'll look it up right now. I'm learning something new because I don't keep up with certain cartoons. I love SpongeBob SquarePants. I love Winnie the Pooh. I love Snoopy. I love all of those. Okay. All right, so my pineapple is almost done here. I just need to hit it with a couple more areas. Okay, but it's almost done. All right, next one. We are going to do a We Bear Bear. We Bear Bear, we're going to do a panda We Bear Bear. Let me check. Hold on. Okay, We Bear Bear. We Bear Bear.
Wow, this is so pretty.
Okay. Now, when you guys can draw anything that you guys possibly want. Whoops. You guys can draw anything that you guys want. And you guys can continue doing this all day. Actually, this is so much fun. Like, you guys can do multiple different drawings, okay? All right. Next, I'm going to, whoops. Here we go. I'm going to draw, if you want to do another one, if you want to draw a different character, you can go ahead and get another sheet of paper, get your paper ready and your pencil. I'm going to look up what We Bear Bear Panda. And then we're going to draw that. And then we're going to move on to gumball, okay? It's 10:26, so we have a little bit of time. And we'll go over a little bit, so don't worry.
Can we do dog after?
Can you do what?
Dog. A dog.
Sure.
Snoopy.
Yes, we can do Snoopy for sure. I'll do Snoopy. Where's my camera view?
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
It's really nice of you to stick up for me.
All right, let's
I
see.
always do that.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute people just so we can see. Here's my video. Why is my video?
Mine looks really bad.
All right, sorry. Make sure that you guys mute yourself when you guys finish talking, okay? Here we go. Spotlight video. There we go. All right. We Bear Bear looks like, whoops. We Bear Bear Panda. We'll do the We Bear Bear Panda. I'm trying to find just a really easy, simple little guy. Kind of looks like Winnie the Pooh, doesn't he? Okay. Ah, cute. Here we go. All right, We Bear Bear. He needs to go portrait style. If you're doing a We Bear Bear, portrait style, here we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to arch his head like this. Arch his head like this. He basically kind of looks like a little avocado. I'm going to show you. So you arch his body like this, and then his body is going to come down like this, open up like this. I'm going to change his pose a little bit just so we can make sure that our glue doesn't run. So do you see we do an arch on the top like this and then curve it down like this. Do not connect these bottom lines right now. Okay, so go ahead and do that. If you're doing a wee bear. Okay, we'll do gumball next. So arch on the top, bring your line down, curve, curve. This is where he's gonna be sitting. So these are his legs, okay? And he's pretty easy to draw. Then once you have his shape, his body, we're going to go ahead and do his little ears. He has little tiny ears because he's a little panda bear. But we're gonna make them a tiny bit bigger because we need to put glue. So we wanna make sure that we haven't, they're big enough so we can do a glue line. Okay, so we're doing them a little bit bigger. So that's that for his ears. Then he needs a little line for his eyes. And his nose and simple shapes. So we're going to do in the center of his face right here, we're gonna go ahead and do a line that goes like this, kind of like the letter C, kind of like the letter C like that, okay? But not a full C, kind of like a half C, okay? His nose is like Hello Kitty's where it's oval shaped. So we're gonna do an oval shaped like that. And that's gonna have to get colored in, just like Hello Kitty, okay? His eyes are also kind of oval shaped because it's black for the panda. So we have to open up his eye like this. And then we have to do a circle on the other side. So 2 circles for the eyes like this, okay? Now for his eyes, he also has a little dot inside. So what you're gonna have to do when you paint this and when you glue this, you're gonna have to do 2 different colors so you can see it. So like the background is gonna have to be like a lighter gray and then do the dot for a different color. So all of this is gonna have to be colored in with glue, like 1 little dot here, 1 little dot here with glue, and then the outside. Or you could just draw the outlines and then color in with watercolor after. He needs his little mouth that goes like this. He's pretty happy, just like that. Okay. And then he's going to have his hand go up. So he's kind of like, almost kind of like he's giggling. So I'm gonna have his hand go up this way, like this, like that. And then his other hand is gonna do the same thing. It's like he's kind of giggling to himself. And then just put your line like that. If I want to give it a little bit more character, what I can do is extend his arm out a little bit here. And I'm gonna erase that pencil line. I'm gonna do the same thing here and extend his arm like that. And I can erase this pencil line. So it gives him a little bit more fluffiness in his body and he's just a little bit cuter, right? Okay, now a panda bear, is a panda bear white or 2 colors? Can anybody tell me? Somebody unmute themselves and tell me. What is
It's
that?
2 colors.
Colors.
What colors?
Black and white.
Black and white, that's right. So we need to make a difference. We need to show where he's black and white. So here we're gonna cut a little line, kind of like, almost like a shirt, where it's a line here that becomes black, and then his belly, kind of like, almost kind of like Winnie the Pooh, to be honest. So he's black in the middle right here. And then he has the 2 little lines that you show for his paws, okay? So all of that will be colored in. So you can outline this with glue and then paint with watercolor in the inside, or you can just color the whole thing with glue, okay? Next step. You're gonna just do a little arch that comes down this way, almost kind of like a C. kind of like a C that way. And then the other one is like another backwards C this way. It's just a curve. He's almost done. You can attach his, you can do this right there. And then all he needs now are his feet. So a paw print, right? So you need a little circle here, a little circle here, and 3 circles on the top. So it's a big circle here and 3 little dots there. Now you got to be careful when you put glue here. You're just doing little dots. You're filling those in because there's no, it's hard. It's too hard to outline those little circles. So you're just going to fill those in with color. I mean, fill those in with glue. Okay, so you have that line. If you want to do another little line right here, just to give it a little bit of dimension, go ahead and do that. And that's the wee bear bear. Okay. Who asked for the wee bear bear? Let's see. Who asked for the wee bear bear? Go ahead and raise your hand. Are you still here? Are you still in the house? Okay. I'm going to do gumball next. Whoever's ready for gumball.
Elizabeth, it's past time, just so you know.
Yes. I'm going to do gumball real quick, and then we're going to jump on to snack break. Thank you, Ashley.
All right, I'm logging off. Have fun, guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed salt painting.
Thank you, Ash. Okay.
What about a dog?
I have to go.
Gumball. All right. If you want to draw
No, what about a dog?
I'll do a dog. Let me see if I have, I'm going to just probably be able to do the face of a dog. All right, Gumball. Is it Gumball Waterset? Is it a turquoise colored character?
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Continue creating, guys. Bye, guys. Okay, I'm going to do the face of Gumball. Let me see. Is it the turquoise one, whoever requested Gumball? Can somebody let me know? Is anybody else here still wanting to do Gumball? Raise your hand. Who wants to do Gumball? Raise your hand if you're going to do Gumball. If not, we're going to move on to something else, not Gumball. Okay, we'll do Snoopy. We'll do Snoopy next, guys. Snoopy will be the last one. Here we go. All right. So do you guys have the wee bear bear? Those of you who did it? Okay. I'm going to do Snoopy, and we're going to end with that one, okay? Snoopy is pretty easy to do. He's one of my favorite characters. Ari, I did this one and I thought of you. All right, so we have Snoopy here. He's a dog, so he'll fall into that category. All right. So with Snoopy, what you're going to do, you're going to get another sheet of paper if you want to do Snoopy.
You have to do Snoopy? You
don't have to do Snoopy, no. If you want to do Snoopy. How many of you guys want to do Snoopy? Raise your hand. Okay, great. I'm going to move on to Snoopy then. Again, remember, you just can continue working on the one that you have, or you can move on to another drawing. Okay? All right. Here we go. So with Snoopy, I'm getting my new sheet of paper right here, and I'm going to start off with his head. So the top of his head right here, I'm going to do
Miss Elizabeth? Miss Elizabeth, may you please wait? My sister wants to do it too. So Snoopy.
No problem. Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so remember with Snoopy, he's a dog. He has he lives in a little dog house. His owner is Charlie Brown. And so Snoopy is a pretty easy character. So what we're gonna do a curve for his body and his nose. They're pretty easy, simple shapes, okay? And then we're gonna color in, you see this part right here of his ear, we're gonna color that in. We're gonna color in the eye as well and his collar. So then that way we can get some dimension. All right, okay, are we ready? Is everybody ready to go?
Yeah, my sister's ready.
Perfect, all right, here we go, guys. Let's look at our paper portrait style. We're gonna do a curve that goes to the top. And I think everybody here is a little, okay, good. We're gonna do a curve here to the top like that. Okay, can everybody see that line? Yes? Okay. Then we're gonna curve our nose going down this way like this. Kind of like a slide. We're going woo down his face and curve around like this, okay? Go ahead and do that. So it's basically a curved line for the head And then we're going to do a curved line that goes kind of straight but curved down this way.
That kind of looks like a duck.
Yeah, yeah, it does look like a duck. You're right. You're right. Okay. Let me know if you guys are good with this. Okay. All right. Once you have this curve for his head and his nose, you need to do his little nose right here. So you're gonna do kind of like the letter C, okay? Right here at the tip of his nose, a letter C, okay? Just like that. All right. Now, what is Snoopy without his eye and his pretty smile? So somewhere here in the center, you see where this curve is on the top, and right here, you're gonna do an oval shape. An oval shape. And remember, when we do this one, you're going to, oh, that's a little too thick. When you do the oval shape and when you trace it with glue, you have to make sure that you color that in, okay? That's his eye. Next, his most important part of his of Snoopy is his big ear. That's like his trademark. So we're gonna curve, it's basically like a big letter U. A big letter U that comes out like this, big U, a big U. Just like that, okay? Actually, I'm gonna make his ear a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna make a longer U, and I'm just gonna erase this line right here, okay? Big letter U, just like that. And then in the inside is a teardrop. So in the inside of his ear, we're drawing another, almost like a letter U, but then it has a teardrop on the top like that, a pointy. And this part right here gets colored in as well, okay? That'll get colored in. So right now we have Snoopy, his ear, his eye, his nose, and then we need, once we're there, let me know. We're good? Okay, thumbs up if you're good in this area right here. Okay. Thumbs up if you're ready to move on to the next step for Snoopy. Thumbs up and okay. All right, with Snoopy, you see right here by his ear, you're gonna go ahead and do a little arch that goes this way and a little line that goes this way, like this. For his neck. Then we're gonna do his collar that goes like this, okay? Just like that. So a straight line across, a diagonal line this way, a diagonal line this way, and a line that goes this way. Okay? We can't forget to do his mouth. So we need to do a smile because he's smiling. He loves to smile, unless when he gets upset. Okay. We're almost there with his body. His body has a little belly. So we're gonna curve his belly like this. Again, like the letter C. Just curve his belly like this. And then his hand, his arm that curves down this way like the letter U. So again, it's basic letters, basic shapes. So his arm looks like the letter U right here. Okay. Actually, we're gonna do another little line right here for a skinnier U because we need the back of his, whoops. Hold on, I'm erasing this line. Hold on, I messed up. Sometimes I mess this up. Okay, here we go. We're gonna curve this line a little bit like that. There we go. Just made it a little thinner. His two little lines here, just like we did with the Wee Bear Bear, just to get his paw. His feet are big feet. So you're gonna do one line here and one line here for his feet, for his leg. And then
Elizabeth, can you slow down?
yeah, of course. No
Thank
problem.
you.
So right now we have his belly, we have his arm, we have his collar, we have his head, and all that's left is his feet. And his feet kind of look like footballs, kind of like Charlie Brown's feet as well. Okay.
Hi.
Are we ready? Let me know. Okay. All right. So now that we have this line right here, this line right here, and this line right here for his foot, for his feet, what we're gonna do, we're gonna curve it just like this. Curve this one, this foot first, and then curve this one like this. Okay. Then we do the same thing for this other side. We're gonna curve this one over like this. And then we do a little tail that goes like this, just like that. Okay. And then we're done with Snoopy. Snoopy is done. And all you do with Snoopy, once you're done with Snoopy, you're going to go ahead and outline Snoopy. So you're going to outline him with your glue, and then you're going to paint him, okay? So you can go ahead and finish that up. It's 10:43. We have about 2 more minutes before snack begins, and you can log into snack, or you can log into snack now. Remember, the ear right here, the ear in here, you have to color it in. I mean, you have to put glue inside. You have to fill this in with glue. You trace it, and then you just fill the little part in with glue. Not the full ear, but just that part right there. The eye, you also have to fill in with glue. Okay, just like that. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to see the full effect of Snoopy's eye. And here we're going to go ahead and outline his mouth, outline his face. And with the collar, you're also going to fill in the collar, because the collar, you want that one to pop as well. Okay. All right. And just continue outlining everything. And again, it's the same what you're doing. You're going to go to just outline everything. Anything that you want to fill in, just fill in with a little bit more glue. And then you're going to let it sit to wait until you 5 minutes, and then you'll go ahead and start painting. Or even if you want to take a break, do it in 10 minutes when the paint or when the glue is dried a little bit more. It makes it easier also to paint where you don't get salt all over your brush. Once everything's painted, you see how this one's all glued now? Do you see what I can do? Once you have it, once you paint it with your watercolor, what you can do, you see how this one has been dry for a couple days now? What you can do is I could draw a background on my back of my Snoopy, and I could color a watercolor background here as well, okay? So you could do that too. But right now, that's it, guys. I'm gonna jump over to snack break.
Elizabeth? Elizabeth?
Go
I
ahead.
can't hear you. Oh, I drew something. One of my things was I don't know if you can see, but I drew a Hello Kitty with a butterfly and a flower.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Yay. Make sure that you guys, we have a Instagram, or if you guys, we have a Dropbox. If you guys take pictures of your work, have your parents email us the pictures so we can post them, so we can post your beautiful work, okay? So
Okay.
remember, guys, go ahead and continue creating. These are different types of projects that you can do, basically any type of picture that you want. And you can continue making, as long as you have salt and glue and your watercolors, you can make as many different type of drawings that you want, okay? Aislinn and Piper, are you guys good? Tylee, Emma, Shiloh, did you guys have a good time? Olivia and Alice, did you guys enjoy this class? Marion, Abby? Yes? Tylee, go ahead. Go ahead, Tylee.
You remember
so sorry, it's kind of loud, but I made a Dalmatian.
Oh, that's so cute. Hold on, let me spotlight your video. That is so cute. I love it. Oh, I love it.
Oh, it just dripped.
Let it sit, let it sit.
It dripped. Oh yeah, I'll fix it up.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'll see you guys at snack break. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on Friday, okay?
We don't do snacks since we don't have another class, so see you on Friday.
See you on Friday. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye. Do you want to keep drawing?
Bye. Have a great one, guys. Bye.